Mr. Harmless here, back with some more tech helps. Let's get ready to learn. Mr. Harmless here with part 2 and dealing with two types of documents. In part 1, I talked about where to create these documents and where to find these documents in Word documents and with Google Documents. Now I'm going to talk about how to share these documents. Now, I'm not going to cover all of the ways to share a document. I'm going to only talk about a way to share them with students through Google Classroom. Okay. There are other ways to share documents. You can share documents via email and other options like that. You can share documents directly from Google Drive if you're using a Google document. But the way that we want to talk about today is the options that you can find in Google Classroom. So let's start with that. I'm going to put that down for both because that's what we're going to do. Now, let's start with a Word document first. Here I have down at the bottom, I already have my Word document pulled up that I created for students. This is a document for students. Student document for students was its name. This is the document. It has 2 questions. It could have however many questions that you would have. So here's a worksheet that I want them to be able to have access to. I can have this worksheet as an option for them to view, or if they want to be able to download a copy of it, that's an option as well. But let's go to Google Classroom and talk about how to share that. Here I have Google Classroom already pulled up, and I'm going to use this green class, name of your class, as an option. Let me use my e-learning class because there's no students in it. I don't want to confuse anybody. So if I want to share something with them, one option of sharing a document with them is this way. If I just want them to be able to view it, I can right from the stream add a document. I click add. If I want to upload one, it's going to be file. This is now going to pull up this. Select files from your device. Notice I'm on the upload. Select files from your device. So if I do select files from your device, and I want to go to OneDrive is where I saved it. And if I go down, it was called Student Document for Students. There it is right there. Click Open. And there it is. It's uploading right there. I'm going to click Upload. There it is. Notice it's a Word document, docx. Here is a Word document for you to see. Then I can schedule it for later, or I can go ahead and post it right now. Once it posts, it's going to upload that document for them to be able to view. They can then click on it and see it, read it, look at it. If they do click on it, pulls it up like this for them to be able to see. Look, the formatting got adjusted a little bit, but that's okay for my purposes. Notice the little W here. It is a Word document still, even though it's in here. Another way to share a Word document is in classwork. Let's say I want to give them an assignment to use that. I'm going to click Create and then Assignment. Here is a document for you to use. Click Add. Once again, I want to do File so I can upload. Pulls up my upload. Select Files from your device. Once again, I want to go to OneDrive. And where is it at? Student document for students. Notice I just double clicked at that time. That's another way you can click and then open, or you can double click. We'll do the same thing. And then I click upload. Now I have a couple of options here. Students can edit file or make a copy for each student, or students can just view the file. If you want the students to be able to edit the file, that means each one will have access to the same document online and be able to edit it. If you want to make a copy for each student, that means each student will have their own copy of that file. I can give them directions. I want each one to have their own copy of this so that they don't mess it up. Make a copy for each student. I can change things over here, but that's for a different tutorial, and click Assign. Each student will now get their own copy of that particular Word document. Google Classroom uses Google Docs, Google Drive to be able to accomplish that task. Now let's go back to the stream and let's talk about the other way to share. So in Google Classroom, you can upload here, let me put it this way, upload in the stream. This was primarily for viewing. So things like announcements would be great for this purpose. Upload as an assignment. And then, like I said, there's 3 different ways that you can share it. You can share it so that they can view, edit, or a copy for each. Okay. Now let's talk about that Google document that I had. Let me go to my student Google document. This is another document for students that was created in Google Docs. Here are some questions. Question 1, how are you? Question 2, what are you doing for this class? Okay, so now that it's all saved, I can go back here to my Google Classroom. So now if I want to share a Google Doc, I can do it the same 2 ways. If I want to share it in the stream, once again, I can click right here, share something with your class. I'm going to click add, but this time I'm going to choose Google Drive. Notice it says recent student document for students. This is the one that I had. Here's another one that I had, a student document for students. I think this is the one that I used. Notice I can see a preview of it. This is the one that I was looking for. Notice it's got the 2 questions in it. Actually, I'm going to put this one in. I think that's the same one that I had here. It just hasn't updated its look yet. Add this one. Click add. There it is right there. I can say, here's a document to view. I can click post. There it is. Notice it says Google Docs right underneath. The Word document said Word underneath. Now I'm going to do the same thing with an assignment. Then we click Add in Google Drive. There it is. Add. Notice I have the same 3 options. Student can view, students can edit, make a copy for each student. So I'm going to do the same thing here. This is usually what I do, is make a copy for each student because I don't want them to mess it up. A fun thing that can be done, though, is students can edit file. That means they will all have access to the exact same file simultaneously. If you have a group of kids that you can trust to not overwrite each other's work, you can do that. But you can share this as student can edit file. So if you have one document that you want all of them to be participating with, this is a great way to accomplish that task. Google Classroom. So in Google Classroom, you can share via the stream. Notice I didn't put upload because it's not the same idea. You just link to it. You could also share as an assignment. And there was view, edit, copy for each. Okay. Now, there's one final thing I want to show you that can be really helpful, because sometimes when a teacher goes to share something via a Word document, oh, forgot to assign this. When a teacher goes to share something as an assignment or for viewing purposes, and they choose a Word document, sometimes there's been some issues with that. Notice when I shared this one, the formatting changed a little bit. When you're sharing an assignment as a Word document, sometimes students have a bit of a difficult time being able to know what to do with this assignment. And we've had a few teachers have some issues with that. So I would like to show you one more thing that you can do if you have a Word document, especially those of you that have a bunch of Word documents already created, but you want to share them as Google documents so that there's less hassle down the road. Here's another thing that you can do. I'm going to go to my Google Drive. I wasn't recent, but I'm going to go to this folder, Danville High. And it really doesn't matter which folder you go into. I'm going to go into my instructional coach folder. All kinds of things here. Now, let's say I have a Word document, this Word document, document for students. And say I want to be able to share this document, but I don't want to share it as a Word document. I want to share it as a Google Doc. And so I know some people go, well, how do you convert? Well, there's a really easy way to convert Word documents into Google documents. The first thing that you need to do is go to your Google Drive, and right here where it says Settings, click Settings. Right here, if this is not checked, go ahead and check that. Convert uploaded files to Google Docs editor format. Once that's checked and you click Done, now you can upload any file, and I'm going to choose to upload this one that I had here, right? Go ahead and save it. I'm closing out of it. If I want to upload it, click New. Notice this option here is a file. Now, if you have a whole folder you want to upload, you can do it this way. But I just want to upload that one file. Once again, that's in my OneDrive. Let's scroll down, Student, Document for Students. Click that, open. And here it is. It's showing that it's uploading. Look, it still says W as if it's a Word document, and it still has the docx. But now notice once it's uploaded and in my Google Drive, notice the W is gone. This is now a Google Doc. If I want to share that, I can come over here and I can click share something with your class or as an assignment, add Google Drive. There it is right there. It's under the recent. There it is. You can also search through folders if you have documents you've had in there for a long time. But usually I have the ones that I'm looking for recently, and I can click that right there, and it'll be good to go. So I can click this and click Add. And there it is, Student Document for Students. So there's a final way to share you can upload it to Google Drive. Make sure the convert setting is on, and then it will do it automatically for you. You don't have to try to convert it after you've uploaded. It will do it as soon as you upload it. Well, hopefully that answers some questions about the difference between Google Docs, Word Docs, and sharing them in Google Classroom. Thank you for watching. If you have any additional questions, please let me know.